Still celebrating the return of regular season football, and we're away in week 2. Deontay Hardy to return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. So out come the Giants. Their first drive of the game coming up. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken second in 2024, Jaden Daniels.
Kate, when you partner a relentless work ethic with elite athleticism, you get Jaden Daniels. He put on an absolute show, one of the best rookie years in the history of the game for a quarterback. And with a work ethic and speed and arm, I don't know why he would ever slow down.
Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down. It's Hubbard off the option. And he's not going to get the first. He made it real close, though, didn't he, Bronk? It's a gain of 5, third down coming up. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. It's caught. Pearsall has it. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. First down from the 42. Play fake here. Daniels. He finds Stover. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy in midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Play action now with Daniels. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the first down. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. First and 10. It's Hubbard. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And this one does not go far. This is going to be play number 8 of this drive as they set up for 35. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Pass complete to Goddard. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. They get 19 on that pickup. And the Giants are going to have the first down.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Daniels on first down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
14 more yards. That's First and goal, Giants.
Firing quickly out wide, Daniels. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. Daniels is going to throw again. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. Well, for a great opening drive, this is where you can run into that speed bump. We see it all the time, getting down near the end zone and trying to find your way in.
Yep, operated so well and efficiently, but when you get into the scoring zone, the red zone, that's when the pressure ramps up. QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
Schmidt connects, and our game starts with a field goal on the opening drive.
If they can keep moving that ball the way they did on the opening drive, he's going to be called upon, I gotta guess, Kate, for more than just field goals. Probably some extra points, too.
To return this, Marcus Jones. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. So here are the Falcons out on offense for their first drive. Leading them out, a player known, yes, for that draft status, but also as a great methodical passer. I know you love this guy, Brock. The last pick of the 2022 draft, it's Brock Purdy.
You know, Kate, people won't stop recognizing Brock Purdy as Mr. Irrelevant right at first. But they better start recognizing his game. He shed that label of his draft status to me long ago. He proved there is no fluke to his talent. He knows how to see it, how to feel it, how to deliver it, and most importantly, he knows how to elevate the people around him.
Second down now, they need 7. Dive play straight ahead. And you won't be able to get past the line, and very quickly, Brock, they're going to be facing third down to begin this ball game. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. 3rd and long, they're going to throw. Got his man, Shakir has it. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's a Falcon first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Purdy on first down. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. Barkley off the pistol give. Rolling into enemy territory. And he takes it down to the 33. Give him 25 on that play. And that is good enough for an Atlanta first down. They go to Barkley again. And that carry only gets 1 on the plunge off the gut. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Ran into a wall that time. A couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage. So 3rd down now. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And he will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons finish off their opening drive. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
Trujillo lands on the point after. And the Falcons won up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. Now we have a momentary stoppage for an injured Giant as they get somebody out there to tend to him. Here's Trujillo to kick it away. Has this at the 6. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30. The Giants taking the field for their 2nd possession. And the last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. This drive will begin with Hubbard. And he stops quickly here. 2 yards on the play. We've got 2nd and 8. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Hubbard again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. About set. This is 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Daniels. Complete beyond the marker. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Hubbard trying this up the gut. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Short pass brought in. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Third and short, Daniels. That's the first down, and he's still going. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. And you keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. That's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. It's an early advantage for the Falcons. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Welcome back. We'll begin this second quarter with the Giants in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Hits him on the out route. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out. They'll go to the option on 2nd down. Fighting for all he can, partner, but this play is not going to get past the line. It's going to be 3rd down.
I can promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that, but let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
He's going for it himself, and he carries it in for the touchdown. The Giants take a second quarter lead. Jaden Daniels with the touchdown.
Hey, Kate, that play, I don't think it started out as a touchdown run. I think he was thinking 1st down, but all of a sudden, well, a little bit of space opened up, those afterburners kicked in, and he made himself and his team a phenomenal play.
This is Andre Schmidt to try the extra point. Point after is up and through. And the Giants push their lead to 3. Here is Schmidt to send this away. Return starts at the 3. Things going well so far. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40. The Falcons taking the field for their second drive. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Purdy gets this from the pistol. Brought in right side by Moore. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
3rd and short. Here's Purdy. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. The Falcons getting ready for the punt. The Giants offense all set to get started. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone, but the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. call the same plays until they stop them because they proved last drive they couldn't.
Now we see he's in some pain after making that tackle. Team personnel out now to take a look at him. First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. Second down. Daniels going to keep it. This one isn't looking much better, Brock. He's handed another loss. It's 2 in a row. They've got third down now coming up.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a third run after back-to-back negative losses.
And they're going to tag a defender with this one. So after the call, defense in a much different spot. Instead of forcing a fourth down, it's back to first. Daniels now on first down. Let's set up the screen. It's Hubbard. And he's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. Second down. To throw, Daniels. Gets it to him on the screen. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Handoff out of the pistol. Here's Hubbard. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it's good for a New York first down. From the gun, it's Daniels. Throwing the out route complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. On second down, it's Hubbard. And that tackle came at the last moment to save the first, didn't it? That sets up 3rd and short from the 37. Daniels keeps it himself. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 2.
All set to go now from the 35. Here's Hubbard on the give. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. They'll run. First give to Zach Charbonnet. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
Short pass caught by his tight end. And that will not be enough for a first down. Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone, incomplete. So they take their shot for the end zone, Brock, rather than focusing on that first down marker. And now they've got a decision to make.
Yeah, I think with that incompletion, they've made the decision. You better send that field goal team on. They took their shot. They just couldn't finish it.
Schmidt connects. And that'll double their lead to 6.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
On the return, here's Jones. He dodged the tackle. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now here come the Falcons on offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive. 7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Here's another carry for Barkley. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 4.
From the gun is Purdy. Catch made over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on third down, that's a QB's best friend.
First down, a run with Barkley. And second down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
Kate, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
Shotgun snap for Purdy. Oh, he's in trouble, and he's going to go down. The Giants are all over it. And the hits just keep coming for them on this play, it seems. Elsewhere on the field, they've got a player hurt and in need of some attention. This is a tough spot to be in. It's third and very long. Third and long for him here. Finds him over the middle. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Timeout called, and that's going to be the second for New York, as they'll get together and discuss with fourth down coming up. On now comes their punter. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Giants and Chuba Hubbard ready to begin another drive. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Shotgun snap to Daniels. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. Daniels back to throw. Completed over the middle. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down. Offense to the line. Second down. Throwing now. Daniels. Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. Now Daniels to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. The Giants are set to punt. Jones out there to return it. Fair catch signaled for and made at the 32-yard line. The Falcons with the football late in the first half. With the time remaining, let's see if they can get this into field goal range. First down now, ball at the 33. Play action now, Purdy. He'll step up, and there he goes. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be its second. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one only manages a yard before coming to an end out of bounds. It's going to be third down. Throw here, third down. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Fair catch hauled in at the 18-yard line. The Giants and QB Jaden Daniels headed out for their next look on offense. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. Throwing on first down, Daniels. Complete to Pearsall. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. This time they'll keep it on the ground. Escapes a defender. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. So we have a one-score game here at the break. Now it's time for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott Hansen, take it away.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Thanks so much, Scott. While we checked in with Scott in Orlando, our two teams here, no doubt, made some adjustments. It's a close game here as we get ready for our third quarter. On the return, here's Jones. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Falcons offense now with the football first to begin quarter number 3. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. To the left and pulled in by Cup. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 35-yard line.
There's a dive up the middle. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Here we go, third and less than a yard.
Brings up 3rd down.
Pressure comes, Purdy. Complete out to the right side. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. They get 22 out of that play. And that's a Falcon first down.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Off the play fake, Purdy. That's more of the catch out left. And he's brought down after a short gain. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
They'll air it out on 3rd. It's on target to Moore. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that is good enough for an Atlanta first down.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Running right, it's Barkley. And he's going to be hauled down after a gain of about 7. It's 2nd down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next 3rd down coming.
They're going to run with Barkley. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. We'll get a stoppage here. Looks like there's a Giant in some discomfort following that play.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Second and goal coming up. 5 yards to the end zone. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Fires right away, but incomplete. Couldn't get it the last 2 snaps. Another shot at 6 here on 3rd and goal. Working out of the gun. It's Purdy. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Took his shot at 6 that time. And now it's decision time on 4th and goal. Kick by Trujillo is good. And that cuts the lead in half. Down to 3.
Nice to pay off any drive with some points and able to trim the lead slightly there the first time out in the second half. And even if they can't get into pole position, they just want to keep this thing close.
Return coming from the 6. Jukes away from 1. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Giants about to get to work on offense. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, and just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock Huard, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Out of the gun, Daniels. That's Robinson on the slant. Decent gain here, but short of the first. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. To throw, Daniels. Let's set up the screen. It's Hubbard. And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be 4th down.
Not terribly complicated on this one, just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
Punt team on the field. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. Fair catch called for, and he brings it in. Looks like right at about the 29-yard line. Onto the field runs the Atlanta offense. They managed 3 on their last drive, but down inside the red zone, disappointing not to come away with a touchdown. They'll start this one out with Barkley. And they'd love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. It looks like he gained about 3 yards. It's also going to bring up 3rd down. Back to throw. Here's Purdy. It's a screen to Barkley. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. Play action now with Purdy. Hits him on the in route. And he hangs on to that football, Brock, through a well-timed tackle. Nice gain. They're down to the 36. They'll get 16 yards on that play. And that's a Falcon 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
He takes it himself. He has room past the 25. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. Offense is set. 1st and 10. From the gun is Purdy. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8. 2nd down.
He's out of bounds at the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 8.
Now Purdy. Throw is caught. And he's out of bounds at the 6-yard line. 1st and goal coming up. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal. Still lined up at the 6. Here's 2nd and goal.
To 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Shotgun snap for Purdy. Finds a man right side. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down. 3rd and goal, Purdy. And cut in the end zone for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons take a lead just before the end of the 3rd. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups, and when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
This is Trujillo. Try to point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Falcons take a 4-point lead. Here's Trujillo to kick it away. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Here come the Giants, ready to take over again on offense. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games, that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Finds a seam down the middle. And this is going to take him up and across midfield there at the opposing 45. So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Prime Time. It's Giants football. They're on a mission here. They trail entering the 4th. Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Now Daniels to throw. Setting up the running back screen. Down the sideline inside the 30. And he's finally hauled down at the 12. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 32. First down, New York.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop-back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
And he has the New York touchdown. The Giants take a 4th quarter lead. Dallas Goedert the touchdown. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while. But that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
Schmidt tacks on that extra point. And the Giants push their lead to 3.
17.
And here is Schmidt to send this away. Fielded at the 7. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. The Falcons ready for their next possession. And this pressure has been playing volleyball in this 4th quarter, partner. That touchdown just serves it over their way. Now they need a touchdown to return serve, put it back on the other sideline.
Yeah, I like what you did there. And I'll keep the analogy going. We're in the final set. And it almost feels now like a must-score drive.
Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate, right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with a tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
Some squads you just see love to do this, Kate, and I've got so much respect for defensive coordinators who late in the game, instead of playing prevent, well, they step up the aggression meter. Back-to-back sacks puts this offense and this quarterback way off schedule.
And he's going to call for the fair catch here at the 38-yard line. The Giants and QB Jaden Daniels headed out for their next look on offense. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. This drive will begin with Hubbard. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Finds him over the middle. Just after the catch, he is hit and stopped. A nice gain, though, down to the enemy 41. 1st and 10, it's Hubbard. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Daniels throwing on 3rd. Pass complete to Robinson. He runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Handoff running right, Hubbard. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on 1st down.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
Complete over the middle. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
From the red zone on 1st. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Running with Hubbard out of the gun. And he's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
He will score. Touchdown, New York. The Giants make it a 9-point advantage. Jaden Daniels with the touchdown.
These touchdowns on the season haven't all looked the same, but boy, has he made a habit of scoring touchdowns on the ground.
And this is Schmidt for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Giants make it a 10-point ball game. And here is Schmidt to send this away. Here's a return from the 7. This makes it up to the 25. Here's the Falcon offense headed out. This could be the decisive drive. Down 2 scores late. They've got to find some points to get it back within 1. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Here's Purdy to throw. That's Cup on the slant. And he's going to be brought down right at the 35. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
And the Falcons, 1st down.
Barkley trying this up the gut. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Purdy throwing here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after a nice pickup, but we've got a flag down. This could wipe that play away. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Looking to throw, Purdy. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 14.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series, and don't put the ball in harm's way.
Desperation time here. He's trying to lay this one in deep down the right side. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the fourth. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Firing quickly out wide, Daniels. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. On second down, it's Hubbard. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Straight ahead with Charbonnet. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Daniels gonna keep it. And he finds just enough daylight for a 5-yard gain. It's 3rd down. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's gonna be its 2nd. And with another one gone, they're gonna have just 1 remaining this game. 3rd and just 2 to go. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And they're staring at a 4th down now after that sack.
You're just not going to win many games in this league when you can't generate a pass rush until the 4th quarter. You needed to feel the impact from this defense earlier and more often in this game. The lack thereof, well, it's a big part of what's put them playing from behind in the final stanza of this one.
So for the 3rd time tonight, they're going to bring him out for a field goal try. That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. Giants moments away from a 2-0 start. Andre Schmitz lining this one up. A 27-yard look here. Schmidt connects, and that pushes the lead up to 13.
That kick, well, it throws a roadblock up on some of the remaining avenues to get back in this game and really leaves only 1 remaining. It's going to take 2 touchdowns if they want a shot at it. And we know those odds, they're getting pretty long.
On the return, here's Jones. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Here's Atlanta ready to take over possession. The turnover on downs only led to 3. Obviously better than a touchdown, but enough to rattle them a bit as they return to the field. First call here coming from the shotgun. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. This drive is going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down. Now the Falcons trying to get everyone up and set here. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. That one's caught along the left sideline. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. First down throw by Purdy. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
That's another Falcons first down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Falcons now within 1 score in the 4th. Brock Purdy with the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith. right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist, and you got to be an artist that can create when things break down, and that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Now here comes the New York offense. Their lead's still more than a field goal, thankfully, should the worst happen, Brock. But obviously the goal here is to hang on to the ball and try to run this game out.
Yeah, the goal is to get to the best formation in the history of offensive football. The victory formation.
The victory formation.
That is all that you're thinking right now is just make these plays, run out this clock so we can take one more knee and celebrate.
So it's a win for the visiting Giants. And they can be proud of their exploits on the road and overall so far this season as they improve to 2-0. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner Brock Heward and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Giants as we say goodbye from Atlanta.